utilize all 6 deliveries firstly and not be dismissed. First super over involvement for these two teams against each other.
I've just been informed that West Indies have played once super over. That was against the Netherlands, and Netherlands went on to win that match. Yeah, World Cup qualifier. Shai Hope. Hope is what West Indies fans will be hoping that he can take on the bowlers and put on the winning number. What's the winning number on this surface? Come on, Samuel Badri, give me one.
I look into my crystal ball, Arta. We just saw Saif almost defend 5. I don't think that's the magic number. I think you need around at least 12 to 15 on this service. Can they get that? Super overtime.
A big swing will only be a single. They would need a couple of boundaries to make sure that they can get close to the number that you mentioned, Samuel Badri.
Hasn't done much with the bat in this series to date. Sherfin Rutherford has had an excellent start to his ODI career. But this is not about ODI cricket anymore. This is a super over. This is just 6 deliveries. This is an opportunity to hit a boundary or 2. Something that he's very capable of.
Yeah, Mustafizur Rahman went wicketless, went for 40 in the 8 overs that he has bowled in this innings. Into the hands. And would you believe it, it's Saif Hassan who takes a really good catch. So it's Mustafizur Rahman who picks up a wicket.
And his struggle continues. Sherfin Rutherford. A little bit of poetic justice. The drop catch of the bowling of Saif. Now he takes the catch himself. Inches off the ground. It's an important catch, because remember, you're only allowed 2 wickets. Another wicket here, and that's it. Innings ends. Sherfin Rutherford goes without scoring. 1 for 1 from 2. And by 2, I mean 2 balls.
What a game you've seen so far. Yeah, he's pouched that for sure. I think he was probably thinking the ball was a little bit closer. In the end, it started to drop in front. So he had to dive in the front to take the catch inches off the ground, which will allow Hope to be on strike now. Or do better on strike. Has to be. Correction.
Right, how do you play this though, knowing that you have only 1 wicket in hand? Do you play it safe and get a single, look for a double? Do you go hard and risk getting out and ending the innings? That is the decision that has to be made. The new batter, Brandon King.
Confirmation. Dutch Bank decision pending, and which is rocketed out. I think they can't afford to lose a wicket here. They cannot take that risk. In the gap, they should come back for the second. Good run. There's maybe the 4th or the 5th ball you can try to really go after it.
Yeah, I agree. He's usually very strong in that area. There's no pace to work with, and that was his undoing. Sherfin Rutherford has hit many a 6s over extra cover, over point, but a lack of pace doesn't allow him to. Disappointment there. from Floyd Reefer. And you're right, in my mind, I'm in agreement with you. Next delivery, maybe play it a little bit safe, look to work it around for a couple if possible, and then deliveries 5 and 6, go for the boundaries. If you go for it now and you get out, that's the end of the innings, and you only have 3 on the board.
Yeah, what an over from Fizz. He's only given away 3 runs. He's also picked up a wicket. And he comes wide outside the off stump. Did it carry? Did it carry? Did it carry? You can see the reaction from the bowler.
Let's have a closer look. The bottom of the bat, another slower delivery. A little bit hesitant, hanging on the circle. Might have fallen just short of him, had to judge it. And that slight delay allowed the ball to fall short of him, much to his dismay. All right, these 2 deliveries must go.
Yeah, because he's feeling at the edge of the circle and it fell short. He was coming in. Again, a very good delivery. Doesn't allow the batter to free their arms and just throw at the wrong end. He should have been at the non-striker's end.
Yeah, why did he decide to do that? Should have thrown at the closer end, looked for the run out. Good running though. West Indies have gotten up to 6. Can they finish with a boundary? Can they get to 10? Yeah, threw at the wrong end. It's very difficult to run out at the striker's end from that distance. Thinking boundary, Shai Hope. Where is his option? 3rd and fine leg in the circle, but he hasn't any pace to work with.
Well, it's gone over the fielder at short 3rd, and it will be a boundary. They'll take it. With that boundary, finally a boundary of the last ball of the over, it is an excess pay for, which will give Bangladesh, when they come back to chase 11, they've got now 10 runs in the super over. Is that enough? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, fortuitous boundary for Shai Hope and the West Indies to end that super over. A good slower delivery, but with the field placement and that 3rd in the inner circle, it meant that it rolled away for who's bowling the over. That's the other question now from a West Indian perspective. They don't have who's going to defend that 10. Will it be Akil Hussain? Or will it be Gudakesh Moti or one of the other spinners? Decisions. And then who's batting for Bangladesh?
So many decisions to make. So many. Right throughout the match. Darren Sami also having a long chat. We saw earlier Vedius and Miraj having a chat with Salahuddin, the coach. Not a bad over to start with Fizz, but the last ball might just do the trick. That went for a boundary, so they ended up scoring 10 runs. Bangladesh will require 11. What a match. What a match this has turned out to be. Brilliant.
Yeah, the Tigers' indomitable spirit. Just a little reminder of how things go with the bowling. From a bowling standpoint, they can decide when they go out in the middle who's going to bowl the over based on who's come out to bat. Lots of discussions. They're keeping all of the options intact. Yeah, that super over, first ball, a single, Shai Hope couldn't connect. Shofin Rutherford, he connected, but only as far as Saif out in the deep. A good catch, very low. Brandon King came out, a single ensued in the next delivery. got a couple actually, good running. This was an opportunity just short of Mehdi Hassan Miraz, and another good bit of running here for another couple, which took them up to 6. And then the final delivery. A fortuitous edge, runs away for 4, got them to 10. Yeah, disappointment there, but a lot of joy for the West Indians. They have something to work with. What happens if they get to 10 now, Arthur? If there's another tie?
It's going to be another super over, bro. You're not going anywhere. $11 is the target. It looks like Akhil Hussain will probably bowl the super over. Left arm orthodox. You will have to wait and see who comes out to bat for Bangladesh. Shumo Sharkar has to be one of them. Shumo Sharkar has to be. And yes, Saif Hassan, the option of Saif Hassan open. And what about Rida? Rida got smashed to 50. There's also an option of a right-hander. I thought Mahidul Islam Ankon played a crucial knock. Maybe not a bad call if you see him in the middle.
What about Rishad Hussain? He's played a couple blinders, some cameos at the back end, has long reach, has confidence. But what I think is important, Arthur, is that they do have a left-right combination. If they go with 2 left-handers, they have this guy, Ruston Chase, who can turn the ball away from the left-handers. And if they go with 2 right-handers, they have Akhil Hussain. So these guys have their options open, and they'll wait to see who the batters are before they decide.
Yeah, they've never been in this sort of a situation, Bangladesh. That's why they've taken a long time to ensure what's the right combination. For the very first time, they're in a situation where they need to decide, okay, you need 11 runs to chase of 6 deliveries. You got 2 wickets in hand. Who are your best options?
The fans have stayed on. They've been treated royally with a gripping contest. Attritional for most of it, but it really came down to the wire in the final few overs. And still, we await a winner in this one. Their loyal fans, they've been here for the entirety of the match, most of them. And they're hopeful that it will be the Tigers who prevail, the West Indians who are looking on from afar back in the West Indies. It's just about 12 minutes after 11 in the morning, back in the West Indies, tuned in for the super over. Yeah, there's a clue as to one of the batters, Atta, and then the other.
Yeah, these are the openers, and they feel that there's the one who can do the job for Bangladesh. Saif Hassan and Shumo Sharkar. Yeah, it is a mix of left hand and right hand in the middle. Saif Hassan took a very good catch, nearly won the game. Remember that catch which went up. Noor Hassan and also Mustafizur Rahman so very close to Noor Hassan, trying to get close to the ball. In the end, it was dropped.
It'll be interesting to see who takes strike, Arthur. In the regulation game, in the 50-over game, the right-hander took strike against Akhil Hussain. I just wonder if he's going to do the same if it is indeed Akhil Hussain who bowls this over. In all likelihood, it is Akhil Hussain. And I think that the left-hander should take strike for obvious reasons. But let's see.
we are still waiting who will be the bowler. You mentioned Akil Hussain. We also saw Roston Chase loosening up. It looks like it's going to be Shummo Sharka who will take the strike, because he is the non-striker is Saif Hassan, close to the bowler. So that's what you wanted to see. Shummo Sharka looked in good nick. 45. Those are his numbers. What is the most important number is 11.
Come on, Akil. Come on, Akil.
Right. Left-hander on strike. You have a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on. 3 fielders on the onside, on the boundary ropes, and also 2 long off and a very wide third. Right, here we go. 11 needed in 6 deliveries. Akil has the ball. Shummo on strike. Well, it starts with a wide. So it's 10 and 6.
Yeah, exactly what he didn't want, extras, but the plan is clear. From Shummo Sharka, get inside the line and heave to the leg side. Akil has protection there, but if he middles it, doesn't matter who's out in the boundary.
Has he middled it? Has he found the gap? No. Misfield. They come back for the second. The 2 more. 8 and 5.
It's a no ball, Atta. It's a no ball. Can you believe it? Can you believe this? This is unforgivable from Akil Hussain. You bowled a wide and now you've bowled a no ball, so it's a free hit. It's an additional run. My oh my, this is a gift. Christmas is around the corner.
He's put that straight into the hands, but will only be a single. Would you believe it? I could not believe my eyes. He already bowled 2 no balls early in the spell. 2. That is his 3rd no ball. Unbelievable. 6 and 5.
6 from 5. We had 5 from 6 in the regulation contest. The other way around when West Indies were batting. And they messed that up. Now Bangladesh needs 6 from 5. Akil Hussain, 1 delivery, has conceded 5, a wide and a no ball with a free hit. Lots of discussions again. The right hand on strike now.
Nerves, Simon Badri, nerves. Not the right kind of start what the West Indies would have hoped for, but Bangladesh will take it.
What is Saif doing? Is he just knocking the single and getting Saka back on strike, or is he going to go after it at the risk of missing or being dismissed? I think a little bit of intelligence is needed here. 3 fielders cutting the single offside.
6 needed in 5 deliveries. You don't need a boundary, you need a couple of runs and a couple of singles. Right. Saif Hassan on strike. And it's a dot. So make that 6 and 4.
Shantu, the next man in, left-hander, doesn't want to be out there. He wants these 2 to finish it if they can. No extras from Akil needed.
Over the top on the offside, the only a single which will bring the left-hander Shummo Sharka on strike. And then he'll be eyeing the onside area. That's why he's having another discussion in the middle with the skipper.
Yeah, I think Shumoshaka should take all 3 deliveries. All 3 deliveries to the left-handed Shumoshaka, swing for the boundary. If he connects, game over. Don't take the single to get Saif back on strike. That's what I'm thinking. If he middles it, it could be game over. So it should be thinking even numbers, 2, 4, or 6. No single.
Now they've got 4 on the onside on the boundary. Only 1 at backward point, wide third. Mid-off inside the circle, cover inside the circle. There is short third. So if it's on the offside, maybe, just maybe, Shumoshaka can try to hit over the top on the offside. We'll have to wait and see. They're taking a bit of time. That's fine. Change of mindset, change in the field again. So the fielder at short fine has gone back. A change of the field, actually changing.